In this video, we're going to look at answering the following question. Methane is the main component in natural gas. What mass of water vapor will be produced in the combustion of 20 grams of methane? So, first thing we need to look at is the equation for the question, and that is CH4 plus 2O2 makes carbon dioxide and 2H2O. So that's 1 mole of methane plus 2 moles of oxygen makes 1 mole of carbon dioxide and 2 moles of water. So the question tells us that we have 20 grams of methane. So I'm just going to write that here. Our mass of CH4 is 20 grams. And then it's asking us to find the mass of water. The question says, what mass of water vapor will be produced? So, the mass of H2O is our goal. It's what we're trying to find out. So you could say that our known substance is the methane, because we have 20 grams of that, and our unknown substance is the water. We're trying to find out what the mass is of that. So, the first step to answering this sort of question is we need to calculate the number of moles of the compound we know. So we know the mass of methane is 20 grams, so we're going to work out the number of moles. We have the mass here, it's 20 grams, but what we also need is the molar mass of CH4. So just from the periodic table, we're going to take our atomic masses. Carbon is 12, and then we have 4 hydrogens, so that's 4 times 1. So we're going to end up with 12 plus 4 is 16.0 grams per mole. We're just going to use our molar formula. N equals mass divided by molar mass. So in this case, it's going to be 20 divided by 12. And that gives us an answer of 1.25 mole. So our number of moles of methane is 1.25 mole. Now let's go back to the question for the next step. The question says for 1 mole of methane plus 2 moles of oxygen, we're going to make 1 mole of carbon dioxide and 2 moles of water. So we're going to ignore the 2 chemicals that aren't mentioned in the question. We're going to focus on the methane and the water. So if we look at the methane, we're using 1 mole of methane. So CH4 becomes 2H2O. These are the 2 chemicals that we're focusing on in this question. Now, for every one of these, or 1 methane, I have 2 waters. This is important because we need to transfer our number of moles of our known substance, the methane, to determine the number of moles of our unknown, in this case the water. So because of this 1 to 2 ratio, we need to double the number of moles of methane to give us the number of moles of water. So I'm just going to get myself a bit more space. So my number of moles of water is going to equal the number of moles of CH4 times 2. So simply 1.25 times 2 is equal to 2.50 moles. And remember again, that's because we have in our equation 1 CH4 makes 2 waters. So if we have 1 mole of methane, we're going to make 2 moles of water. If we have 5 moles of methane, we're going to make 10 moles of water. In the case of 20 grams of methane, we made 1.25 moles. So we're going to make 2.5 moles of water, twice the number of moles of the methane. So once we have that, the final step is just to simply calculate the mass of our water. So the number of moles is 2.5, the molar mass of water. We have 2 hydrogens, and we have 1 oxygen, which is 16 grams per mole. So our molar mass of water is 18 grams per mole. And then to find the mass, it's simply mass, the mass of water, is equal to the number of moles times the molar mass. So we have 2.5 times 18, and we get a final answer for this question of 45 grams. Excellent. If you notice any mistakes or if you have any further questions, there are other videos and notes on my site. Otherwise, send me an email. Thanks very much.